Today's greatest hits of all time. Oldies 99.9.
In the fall of 1964, the Hermits had their first hit in America. The same song had been charted on Billboard in June of that year by Earl Jean McCrae, the former lead singer of the girl group The Cookies. It's been widely publicized that Herman's Hermits covered the original version of I'm Into Something Good. Tonight on the Hall of Fame, Peter Noone sets the story straight.
Well, it wasn't a cover. What happened was, in between, we recorded it from the Carole King demo. Carole King wrote it with Jerry Goffin. And we recorded it, and she recorded it at the same time. And we didn't have a record deal in America, so we got the hit in England and the rest of the world. She got the hit in America. And then we forced it out in America. No record companies wanted it. MGM wanted it, so we said, let's sign with them. They're smart. Well, it was a demo, you know, Carole King. It's fabulous. The Carole King demo is beautiful. It's so beautiful. And it's good. I'm Into Something Good is in Naked Gun. It's the theme tune for the movie. So it'll be a single again by Peter Noone. Great. 24 years later. And if you don't play it, I'll come and beat you up.
Woke up this morning feeling fine. There's something special on my mind. Last night I met a new girl in the neighborhood. Whoa, yeah. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. She's the kind of girl who's not too shy, and I can tell I'm her kind of guy. She dances close to me like I hope she would. She dances for me like I hope she would. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. We only dance for a minute or two, and then she stuck close to me the whole night through. Can I be the one in love? For she's everything I've been dreaming of. She's everything I've been dreaming of. I went to home and she held my hand. I knew it couldn't be just the one night stand. So I asked to see her next week, and she told me I could. I asked to see her and she told me I could. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. She told me I could. I asked to see her and she told me I could. Something tells me I'm into something good.
I'm Into Something Good, the title song from the 1988 hit movie Naked Gun. Suddenly, Peter Noone and the Hermits were worldwide teen idols. On Easter Monday, 1965, the group made its very first appearance in America at the Notre Dame Bandstand. It was pandemonium, not only here in the Lehigh Valley, but at all stops during their first American tour. I asked Peter what it was like to be 16 years old and chased by thousands of teenage girls.
I think late 65 must have been 16 or 16 or maybe 7, I don't know, 16 or 17. I can't work out how long. It was pretty exciting because like a week before they were running after me, I'd have to ask them to dance and they'd say no. And suddenly they were asking me to dance and other things. And that was more interesting than dancing.
Every time I see you looking my way, baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? In the park or walking down the highway, baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? When you move up closer to me, I get a feeling that's ooh-wee. Can't you hear the pounding of my heartbeat? 'Cause you're the one I love. You're the one I love. When I feel you put your arms around me, baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? Then I'm mighty glad I found you. Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? When you asked me to meet your mom, I knew that baby we'd be going far. Can't you hear the pounding of my heartbeat? 'Cause you're the one I love. You're the one I love. My friends are crying out to meet you. Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? Now's the time to go and see the preacher. Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? Wedding bells are gonna chime. Baby, baby, you're gonna be mine. Can't you hear the pounding of my heartbeat? 'Cause you're the one I love. You're the one I love. Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat?
In the spring of 1965, Herman's Hermits released their third straight hit in America. It was their version of a 1957 hit by the Rays. The recording session featured a now famous guitarist and one of the fastest fade-outs in rock and roll history. Peter tells the story.
Well, Silhouettes was one of my dad's records, you know. I mean, it's one of those things, one of the, you know, when you always hate your dad's records. But what happened was that we were trying to come up with a song in the studio, and Jimmy Page was the guitar player on the session. He was playing when he warms up at a session, he goes, and Mickey Mo said, why don't we use that as the intro for, like, we'll do something like Silhouettes or something. And we did it, and it was such a great record. I mean, it turned out it's such a great record. Jimmy Page invented the business. I mean, it was his song. I mean, what happened was that we had one reel of tape, and the best take, it just went through the gate. Oh, God. We ran out of tape. So we said, what can we do? We can't beat that. We tried to on another reel of tape, and we couldn't beat it, so we had to go back to that version and just fade it quick. Da-da-da! Gone.
Took a walk and past your house late last night. All the shades were pulled and drawn way down tight. From within the dim light cast two silhouettes on the shade. Oh, what a lovely couple they made. Put his arms around your waist, held you tight, kisses I could almost taste. In the night, wondered why I'm not the guy whose silhouettes on the shade I couldn't hide. The tears in my eyes. Two silhouettes on the shade said to my shop, you're on the wrong block. Rushed down to your house with wings on my feet. Loved you like I never loved you, my sweet. Vowed that you and I would be two silhouettes on the shade all of our days. Two silhouettes on the shade.
Silhouettes with one of the fastest fades in rock and roll history. Just 2 weeks after Silhouettes appeared in the top 100, another Herman's Hermits single was released by MGM Records. If the Beatles could do it, so could Peter and the Boys. And this one would be The Charm. Hit number 4 in America would reach number 1 on Billboard, and has since become one of the songs Peter is best remembered for.
Mrs. Brown came from, it was a song that was, it was first heard by Tom Courtenay in a TV show. It was just, he sang it in a TV show called The Lads, which, the play was written by Trevor Peacock, who also wrote Mrs. Brown, You've Got a Lovely Daughter. And what happened was it really is a silly story, but I just bought a reel-to-reel tape recorder, and I was recording direct from the television to see how that part of the tape, everybody wanted to try all the bits out, and it happened to be, I recorded this show because I was a big fan of Tom Courtenay. So I recorded, and he sang it in the opening of the show, so we had a copy of it. So, strangely enough, Keith Hopwood, who plays the guitar on the record, had also seen the play, and we both loved the song. And we used to do it in the show, like bar mitzvahs, anywhere where you couldn't make a lot of noise. It was like the acoustic thing. We didn't have a saxophone or a clarinet, so we'd do Mrs. Brown, You've Got a Lovely Daughter.
Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. Girls as sharp as her are something rare. But it's sad, she doesn't love me now. She's made it clear enough, it ain't no good to pine. She wants to return those things I bought her. Tell her she can keep them just the same. Things have changed, she doesn't love me now. She's made it clear enough, it ain't no good to pine. Walking about, even in a crowd, well, you'll pick her out. Makes a bloke feel so proud if she finds that I've been round to see you. Tell her that I'm well and feeling fine. Don't let on, don't say she's broke my heart. I'd go down on my knees, but it's no good to find. Walking about, even in a crowd, well, you pick her out. Makes a bloke feel so proud if she finds that I've been round to see you. Tell her that I'm well and feeling fine. Don't let on, don't say she broke my heart. I'd go down on my knees, but it's no good to find.
1965, Peter Noone and Herman's Hermits and Mrs. Brown, You've Got a Lovely Daughter. You're listening to a tribute to Peter and the Hermits, one of the past stars of Stabler, the Laneco Christmas Spectacular, on our reunion night of the Sunday Night Hall of Fame at Oldies 99.9, WODE. This is Rod Wolfe. We'll return for the completion of our interview with Peter and a couple of more of Herman's Hermits' biggest hits in just a couple of minutes. But a reminder of what we still have lined up for you tonight on our our reunion of the Hall of Fame show. We're still going to try to get to Jimmy Beaumont interview. He, of course, the lead singer of one of the greatest groups of the first generation of rock and roll music. Jimmy Beaumont, the lead singer of the Skyliners. We also will have a great version of music for lovers only and lovers lonely on the Sunday Night Hall of Fame that will kick off at 11 o'clock tonight as we wrap up this Legends Weekend and the Sunday Night Hall of Fame reunion show right here on Oldies 99.9 WODE.
Because we care.
It's coming next weekend.
79 WAEB presents a 25-hour dance marathon live from Parkland High School.
Proceeds in part benefit Project Head Start of the Lehigh Valley.
This is Jefferson Ward.
Hi, I'm Neil Newman.
Join us starting Friday night, February 22nd, as we spin non-stop music live from Parkland Gym.
Admission at the door.
79 WAEB cares.
Oldies